Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Coach JC. Everyone gather around, should be a good one today. Today's topic is it's time to factory reset your relationships or your viewpoints of relationships and marriages. Basically, what factory reset means is that, hey, anytime you get a phone, you're trying to transfer it over, any kind of mobile carrier, they always have to transfer your data, delete your old phone, transfer it over to a new phone. That's what you're gonna have to do in most cases when you're thinking about relationships, dating, courtship, because there's so many people that have trauma coming into relationships, trauma coming out of relationships, trauma coming into marriages, trauma coming out of marriages, and sometimes you just need a reset. You gotta focus on what you're about, what your core values are. You have to have a self-definition about who you are, what you're about, what you're gonna put up with, your negotiables, your non-negotiables. That's what it has to come down to. I mean, so many people's viewpoint relationships is unhealthy. People might say, hey, all men cheat, all women cheat, all men sleep around, all women sleep around, nobody can be faithful. And you can't carry on other people's baggages. You gotta be a brand new person. Like you getting baptized, like you going to the water, getting baptized for the second time. You have to get your own sense of self. You have to know who you are, what you're about. Because there's too many people that's getting latched on to relationships and marriages based off the parents, based off the friends, co-workers, based on physics, ideologies, religion. It's just too many people that's just hung on so many different avenues, and people don't really know who they are. And that's what's wrong with the dating world. People don't know who they are. They don't have a sense of self, a sense of, what are they about? What are they trying to build? What are they trying to accomplish? And there's a lot of times, 98, 97% of stuff that they're going through, a lot of that stuff can be avoided. It could be prevented. But a lot of times you're going through it because, hey, you don't know yourself. You know your true self. You're not setting standards. You're not putting no kind of emphasis on who you are, what you're about. And the person that you're dealing with, they can feel it. You know what I'm saying? You allowing that man to cheat. You allowing that man to use your car, run through your credit cards, use your car, not want to work. Same thing for guys, for ladies. You're spending a lot of money on this woman, that woman, and you don't feel like she's reciprocating to you. A lot of it is just on yourself, because you have to have a self-definition about who you are, what you're about. I'm not talking about the definition that your parents gave you, your friend, your coworker. I'm talking about the definition that you gave yourself, the one that God gave you. You have got to tap into that. You gotta lean into that. Your purpose. You can lean into what you're about. And like I said, relationships is no different. I mean, when you're in a relationship, you expect different things, want different things. You gotta act accordingly. You gotta not put up with nonsense. People just using you, or people not taking you for granted. You got to set the tone early. Lay down the rule, lay down the guidelines. Hey, this is what I'm about. This is what I'm gonna put up with. Not gonna put up with. This is what I'm gonna compromise with. So, yeah, a lot of people, they don't have that. They don't have a backbone. They don't have a sense of purpose, a sense of belonging. They always feel like it's somebody else's fault. Every time you talk to them about their exes or situation they was in, oh, it's not my fault. He did this or she did that. Own up to it. Hey, I made some mistakes. Hey, I wasn't paying attention. Hey, I didn't communicate well. Hey, I didn't give him my all in the relationship. Take some ownership. Take some accountability. For me, like I said, end of the day, I'm in a marriage, like I said, going on 5 years. If it doesn't work out, I'm not blaming my wife. I'm not blaming nobody. I'm not blaming society. I'm not blaming that. I'm blaming myself. End of the day, I'm the one that took the oath. I'm the one that had my vows for God. My marriage is not the way it needs to be, then that's on me. I gotta take ownership. I can't blame nobody else. End of the day, nobody was there. It was me, my wife, and God. That was it. And the officiant, but other than that, it was just us. So, if it doesn't work itself out, then it doesn't work itself out. And it's on me. I gotta own up to it. I can't be like, oh, it didn't work out because she didn't do this, she didn't do that. No, what about me? You in a relationship too. Like, I'm in a marriage too. So Own up to it. Own up to your stuff. Stop trying to blame everybody else for your stuff. If you know that you got ways about yourself, you don't want to work, you don't want to, help cook, clean, you don't want to help prioritize budget, you're spending too much, not investing, don't have no grit, no grind, no hustle. You know your flaws, and just say it didn't work itself out. Own that stuff. Not to say that it's all on you, but on your part, on your share. Like, hey, put it on me. You're the CEO of your life, whether good or bad. If the team losing, they 0-6, guess what? Blame yourself. Hey, you the one that hired the people. You the one that put the steps. You the one that made that move to get into that relationship, get into that marriage. Like, end of the day, it's you. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, you're gonna be the one in that casket. So you gotta take ownership of your whole life. So coming down to relationships, be nice, be cordial, have core values, have standards, have non-negotiables, and just think, this person really for me. This is the one that God created for me. This is someone who I just need to discard, or we need to go our separate ways. Like, it's just all the complaints, all the misdirection, misinformation that people are getting. It's saddening. You're getting yourself on social media, you're getting stuff from your parents, getting stuff from your own experiences. Like, it's time to reset, factory reset. It's time to kind of look in the mirror and kind of take some accountability of what's going on and what are you putting up with. It's about you at the end of the day. But yeah, that's all I really have to say. What's your thoughts about this video? Feel free to comment below. Until next time out, Coach JC.